Now in this video, we will talk about constant and literals. The constant refers to fixed values that program may not alter during execution. These fixed values are also called literals. Constant can be of any of the basic data types like integer, constant, a floating point constant, or a floating constant, a character constant, or a string literal. There are also enumeration constant as well. So the constant are treated just like regular variables except that their values cannot be modified after their definition. So let's talk about integer literal. An integer literal can be a decimal or hexadecimal constant. A prefix specifies the base or radix, 0x or 0 capital X for hexadecimal. And there is no prefix ID for decimal. Like this example. Look at this example. Okay, 212.215 U and 0 by FEL. That is all legal. So an integer literal can have a suffix that is combination of U and L for unsigned and long, respectively. The suffix can be uppercase or lowercase and can be any order. So that's the literal. So the following also are other example of various type of integer literal. So take a look at this. Okay, we have decimal, hexadecimal, integer, unsigned int, long, unsigned long. Okay, so let's talk about floating point literal. So a floating point literal has an integer part, a decimal point, a fractional part, and an exponent part. You can represent floating point literals either in decimal form or exponential form. So take a look at the example 3.14159, so and so on. So those are legal. And if you take a look, 510E, that is illegal, that is incomplete. Okay, and also the rest, 210F and point E 85. Okay, so now while representing in decimal forms, you must include the decimal point, the exponent, or both. And while representing using exponential form, you must include the integer part, the fraction part, or both. The sign exponent is introduced by E or capital E. So that's the floating literal. Okay. How about character constant? Character literals are enclosed in single quotes. For example, X, quote, double single quote, and can be stored in a simple variables of char type. A character literal can be a plain character such as X and escape sequences as /t. So, or a universal character such as UO2C0. So that is the universal character. So there are certain characters in C# when they are preceded by a backslash. They have special meaning and they are used to represent like new line. So /n, that's new line, and /t is tab. So here is a list of some of such escape sequence code. So those slash one character, slash character, and slash single quote is a quote character. So and so on and so forth. Okay. So how about string literal? String literals are constant, are enclosed in double quote. Notice string are double quote while characters is in single quote. So a string contains characters that are similar to character literal. As I said, single and here in string is double. You can break a long line into multiple lines using string literals and separating the parts using white space. Good. So here are the sample. Hello and dear, and like that. So that's how simple. Okay, let's talk about defining constant. What is constant? Constant are defined using const keyword. So, like for example, okay, this one const, and then the data type, and then the constant name, and equals the value. So that is the format. Okay, take a look this example. Okay, so we have constant double pi. The value is 3.1459, and so this pi cannot be changed because that is constant. So producing converting no calculating the radius is so that is why the radius are 3, and also calculating the area is 28.7431. So remember that constant cannot be changed. Okay, so I think this is okay. Okay, see you next in the next video.